Festival brings to Brands Hatch every year the world's best in class, and today, in perfect racing conditions, over 160 competitors, including 22 champions from 20 nations, have competed to qualify for this, the 26-man final. Amongst them, Dutchman Gerrit van Kouwen, the double European champion in his Lola Minister, and unbeaten in the run-up to the final. Burly Dave Coyne, the double British champion and hot favourite to win in his Van Diemen Scholar. And the young German champion Uwe Schäfer, making his second appearance at the festival in his Van Diemen Gakmo. In pole position for the first edition Formula Ford final, Gerrit van Kouwen, one of 11 champions in the grid of 26 starters. Alongside him, the British hot favourite Dave Coyne in his Van Diemen, and Van Kouwen is in a lone. In a Reynard, the West German Uwe Schäfer. Then in the second row of the grid, the Brazilian Alvaro Butzide, alongside the Belgian Harold Heisman. Third row of the grid, another Belgian, Bertrand Gachot. Then Jonathan Bancroft. It's a 20-lap race, and away. Now the first corner is vital. Gerrit van Kouwen has got the lead. Uwe Schäfer comes up alongside him. Dave Coyne in third position. And it's Van Kouwen leading away. They're all safely round paddock, although one runs wide onto the corrugations. Out of Druids, it's Van Kouwen leading. It's Schäfer in second position. Dave Coyne is third. Butzide is in fourth position. Heisman is in fifth place. And then Gachot in sixth position, and they're all well away on the first of the 20 laps. And the man who's put up the fastest lap of the day so far, who has won £5,000 for doing so, Gerrit van Kouwen, the reigning Formula Ford champion of Europe, as he was in 1983, leads at the end of lap one. He leads from Schäfer. Butzide is going to go up and take third position. Coyne, but no, he doesn't. Coyne holds that third position, so Butzide, the Brazilian, is in fourth position. Heisman is in fifth place. And there is Van Kouwen drifting it round the right-hander at Druids, which is where John Pratt came to grief in his semi-final to ruin his chances of having Patch, that famous engine, win 5 Formula Ford festivals in succession. So it's the Lola leading. There aren't many Lolas in this race, but there is one of them, and it's at the front. It's Van Kouwen leading.
Yes, Murray, Van Kouwen did all he needed to do. He's won his heat, his quarter-final, the semi-final. He's the only unbeaten man, and he's got away at the start. He's the fastest man. He got the £5,000. He's really done a fantastic job to get away from the difficult pole position. And with Schäfer behind him, between him and Coyne now dropped to fourth in the background there. Butzide through, and really Coyne's got a big, big struggle. Van Kouwen, the fastest man, he's made the gate, and he's getting well clear.
Indeed, Dave Coyne, a disappointment in only fourth position. And Van Kouwen is fairly pulling away. Uwe Schäfer, the West German, it's his first Formula Ford Festival appearance at Brands Hatch, in second position. And Heisman in the red-white car, and off goes Coyne. Coyne and Heisman go off as they go round Surtees, and Dave Coyne has effectively ruined his chances of winning the Formula Ford Festival of 1984 whilst trying to resist the efforts of Harold Heisman to pass him on that, the third lap. And now let's look back at how Dave Coyne lost his chance of the festival winner. He's the middle of these cars, and Heisman is going through on the inside. He goes on the grass, and Dave Coyne spins out of contention altogether. He goes onto the grass at Surtees. Heisman goes with him, and for Dave Coyne, the festival of 1984 is effectively over. And now it looks as though Gerrit van Kouwen has there Heisman with his nose cone damaged. It looks as though Gerrit van Kouwen, who is consolidating his lead, is going to come through the winner already, because Uwe Schäfer, despite the car, the Reynard car he's driving, the Gakmo engine that he's got behind him, is just inching back all the time from the leader. Alvaro Butzide, as Van Kouwen goes through, look at that beautiful, effortless driving, and yet another one off. It looks like Heisman. It is Heisman. So Heisman, who had that coming together with Dave Coyne, obviously damaged and weakened his suspension, which has broken, and he has gone off at Graham Hill Bend on lap 5.
Yes, Mario, I saw he was back in the pack. We saw him drop back after that incident. The car seemed to be handling a bit strangely through Druids, the preceding corner, and I'm sure something broke or he wasn't able to control the car properly. He hit someone else and into the barriers.
Once again, all credit to the British marshals who were there, who had got the car off the circuit, as the leader, Gerrit Van Cowen, on the quarter distance, lap 5, out of 20, goes through, and the lead now that Van Cowen has is just over a second from Uwe Schaefer, with Alvaro Butsain in 3rd position, and yet another one. Off goes Brolly Booth, John Brolly Booth, number 65. And the damaged car in the background is Martin Boyle, the Mondial, the Irish Mondial of Martin Boyle, who spun, who rolled, but as you can see, is getting out of the car, which once again demonstrates how very, very strong these Formula Ford cars are. So we've got a Dutchman in the lead. There he is. We've got a German in 2nd place. We've got a Brazilian in 3rd position. In 4th place, there's another Belgian. So it's not a very good day for the Brits at the moment. Jonathan Bancroft is the leading British driver in 5th place with Damon Hill, and they're the two of them are together in 6th position. So the Continentals are doing well.
Yes, they've really shown up. Van Cowen, very cool. He's pulling away from the front, and the foreigners really shown up, the British locals. But there I see Gachot has got by Bouzade. Bouzade suddenly dropping back. I don't know what the incident was. He's raised his hand in the air. In fact, now he's got problems. The poor Brazilian. He won his semi-quarter final, but now he's out. So moves the two British boys up to 4th and 5th.
Van Cowen then, number 200. Gerrit Van Cowen on his 10th lap, which is half distance. Crossing the line to complete 10 laps, which is half distance, Gerrit Van Cowen, and he's driving an absolutely copybook race, because although Uwe Schaefer is within sight of the leader, Gerrit Van Cowen is controlling the race from the front. As he goes round Druids and drops down Graham Hill Bend, he will be able to look in his mirrors and see how far Schaefer is behind him, and there is the answer. Van Cowen leading, Schaefer in 2nd place, and now in 3rd position it's Bertrand Gachot. There are Bancroft and Hill, 4th and 5th. So the fight in the race at the present moment on the 11th lap is between the two British drivers, Jonathan Bancroft, who is driving a Reynard in the green car there, and Damon Hill, number 92, in a Van Diemen. Bancroft.
Well, there's some fought stuff in the big gaggle behind Damon Hill, but I think these first 5 must be amazed. They must be wondering where on earth the rest of the opposition's going. We've lost a lot of the front runners, but these 5, it's incredible. For Formula Ford standards, there's a typical Formula Ford dice going on for what must be 6th place now. And yet Van Cowen he probably came here to really fight for this championship this weekend, and it's really been laid on the plate rather than people falling by the wayside.
And the sizable Irish contingent will be delighted, because in 6th position now it's the Irish driver in Irvine in the Mondial. That's car number 240. The Mondial, which is a new make of car. There it is. Leslie Drysdale, the designer, left the Crossley concern in Northern Ireland, started a concern of his own with colleagues, built the Mondial car, and it's very, very successful indeed. And there is Irvine in 6th place, leading, as you can see, about 6 cars immediately behind him, but way out in front now on his own, and Irvine has lost his 6th position there, because up into sixth position has gone Mark Peters, the British driver, in the white car, in the white Van Diemen. So, lap 30, Van Cowen leading, still in second position, Uwe Schaefer. Still in third position is the Belgian driver Bertrand Gachot. Then the battle for fourth between Jonathan Bancroft and Damon Hill. In fifth position, behind sixth position, Mark Peters, there he goes, and then Ed Irvine.
Yes, looking outside, Barry, I see Damon Hill, in fact, is dropping back very quickly from Jonathan Bancroft. I don't know if they had a quick spin or not, but he's now well behind Bancroft, and in fact, Mark Peters leading this train, is chasing hard. There, Damon Hill, we just saw him out at the top of the picture. He's now a long way behind Bancroft, and this wild bunch. There, Anthony Murray from Ireland going very wide at paddock. There's Damon Hill at Druids ahead of this game.
The gap was 2.7 seconds between Damon Hill, who is in fifth place, and Mark Peters, who is now sixth. It's still 2.7 seconds. There is Hill on his own. As Tiff says, he's dropped back. Bancroft is pulling away now. And all these cars are very similar. They've all got force. There's the leader, Van Cowen. He's on his 15th lap now. This is the three-quarter distance lap. And the Dutchman, who's had such an incredible season and such an incredible Formula Ford festival, he won his heat, he won his quarter-final, he won his semi-final. He was the European champion last year, and just look at this as they go into another lap, and Dave Coyne there is leading that batch. Number 100, Dave Coyne, is getting back into the running. He's in 12th position. He's got no hope whatsoever, with only a few laps left of being the Formula Ford Festival winner, which he had so much hope for. He's moving up into Formula Ford 2000 next year, but he's made a superb recovery. He's got ahead of this batch. There is the man that so many people thought would be standing on the winner's rostrum at the end of this afternoon, but it was clearly not to be. Dave Coyne in the Van Diemen, the RAC Formula Ford champion of this year, and the Townsend Torreson Formula Ford championship winner. He won his heat, he won his semi-final, he was beaten by Boutset in the quarter-final, and it looks as though he's going to do no better than 12th position. 105 brake horsepower from their 1600cc engines these cars produce. They are all on absolutely standard Dunlop road tyres. They'll do about 120 miles an hour under the most advantageous situation. And John Webb, the man who runs Brands Hatch and the other MCD circuits so well, and who thought of Formula Ford so long ago, it's its 17th year, it started in 1967, can feel very proud of himself today. He spawned a formula which has spread all over the world, and in the process has developed a British racing car industry which is the envy of the rest of the world. Dave Coyne goes through. Van Cowen, the leader, now is on his 17th lap, and it looks, Tiff, as though we are seeing the Continentals now really showing that they are the...
Oh, another roll there, Murray.
And out has gone now. Let's try and quickly identify. It's Rory O'Culon, the Irish driver, on the right, and Henrik Markstrom, the Swedish driver. So the Royale there on the left out. There's a lot of cars gone out because it's very, very cold now. The track surface is very cold. Here is the leader. Van Cowen is on his 18th lap out of 20. And if he stays where he is, it is going to have been an absolutely perfect day for the very likeable Dutchman. Because earlier on, in winning on his way up to the final, he was the first driver in the history of Formula Ford to circulate this 1.2-mile Indy circuit at Brands Hatch in under 49 seconds. And in so doing, he won a prize of £5,000. Van Cowen has just got to keep it going. He's on his 19th lap now. Behind Cowen, it's still Uwe Schaefer, still in third position. Bertrand Gachot, still in fourth position. It's John Bancroft. Behind John Bancroft, it's still Damon Hill 5th, and in 6th position, Mark Peters. So, British drivers 4th, 5th and 6th. There's Bancroft in 4th position. Here is the leader. Van Kaarn now is crossing the line to start his 20th and last lap. He has now got just about 1 mile to go after a superb drive.
Yes, really good, Barry. He's got this Lola chassis really well sorted out to his liking, and he's just left everybody behind this weekend. He's been the fastest man all weekend and deserves this win. Schaefer, a surprise from Germany, really. We didn't know of him over in this country. And also this Gasho, done a tremendous job. He's very, very unknown in this country. So a couple of unknowns, 2nd and 3rd, but Van Kaarn, a very strong winner.
And the key word, I think, in what Tiff said was the word Lola, because people expected a Reynard or a Van Diemen to win. But Van Kaarn, the European champion, has brought one of Eric Broadley's from Huntington's Lolas through to win the Formula Ford Festival of 1984. He takes the checkered flag, and Uwe Schaefer finishes in 2nd position, a long, long way ahead of Bertrand Gachot, the Belgian, and he, in his turn, is a long way ahead of Jonathan Bancroft in 4th position, as Damon Hill finishes an excellent 5th place ahead of Mark Peters, 6th. And there is the hero of the day, the man who has made a reputation which will undoubtedly take him on to Formula 3 in 1985, Gerrit Van Kaarn, who has added to his European Formula 4 Championship the most prestigious title of them all, the 1st edition Formula Ford Festival Championship win of 1984. Dutchman Gerrit Van Kaarn's made today's festival his day. Unbeaten in the heats and the quarter and semi-finals, 1st in the final, and that £5,000 record lap prize. He's certainly made his mark, as have Schaefer and Gachot. In fact, the 1984 festival's been dominated by continental drivers, and the Brits will certainly have to go to beat them next year.